And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Lutz now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! 13, 13. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
12, fellas, here we go. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, orbit. Hey, gun. It's our field.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 12 yards there and a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll run with Coleman on first down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
White. Let me know right now.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here we go.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Here we go. Put your money. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 13-yard line. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
First and goal. Come on in here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Whip. 21. Greystone, travel.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out.
12. Hey, high 7.
Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Lock. Hey, wahoo. 47's a mic, boy. 47. Check. 47.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 53 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the 1st quarter. But in the 2nd quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Now this time, Breeze will throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here we go. 180. 21, 21. Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, block. Mike 55, Mike 55.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. East Goodwin, 49 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, Spurs.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 2nd and 1, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 30.
Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lock. X3. 218. Chopper. 11. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And some room to work. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Space to maneuver at the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready? You ready?
On second down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Now Breeze. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
They should have known. They should have known.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run it again with Kamara. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. And one of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Bree's going to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Bang, 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 bang.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check 4. Hey, gun. Motion. Hey, check motion.
This is Coleman. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. You. Tight dog. Switch. 11.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Don't be mad.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Wait, E. Flag. Defense, let's go. Check the backer.
General West.
Flag.
Hey, Delta.
Check 55.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check 52.
They will run again with Coleman.